Whitehawk 27 DSRL deep slide rear living here at HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan. Roughly 27-foot box, 6,135 pounds as seen here. Though the one that we're looking at might actually be different from the one we have in stock. For instance, we will generally, I was actually surprised to see we did not put the nose cap upgrade on this Whitehawk, but sometimes we'll bring some in really loaded, then we'll have some that are a little simplified so that you can kind of, sort of like a slide rule, sort of choose your own adventure in a way, like those old books, and you know, pick the price tag that works best and fits best for you. If at any point you are curious about things like price tag or you know, the unit that we actually have in stock, because this may not be it, I leave you a link for YouTube type folks. It says check for price and availability down in the video description. You're one click away from answering that kind of stuff. You may have noticed this little power plug up here in this really big front storage compartment. That's because it's actually designed if you want to put a little mini fridge in there. It's made for those little 2 cubic foot mini refrigerators. Extra big baggage door in that also, very much like the same sort of baggage door construction and everything you find on Jayco fifth wheels, which is neat. Whitehawk is essentially the J-Flight Ultralite. If you think of it like that, then you basically already know what this thing is. The inside is virtually identical to a J-Flight. Same furniture, same features, same furnishings, just in an ultralight shell wrapped around it, essentially. So we've got you know, aluminum constructed laminated walls. The big floor and everything on this is all aluminum framed. We have plywood roof and floor decking. Again, very much like its J-Flight non-lightweight cousin. Very similar, in fact, to the 28 RLS J-Flight travel trailer rear living room. This is just a ultralight counterpart to that. The underbelly on these, you'll find a Whitehawk underbelly is always enclosed. There's an option for a glacier package, and what that does is it adds a layer of radiant foil insulation to the underbelly. It also adds an additional layer of residential batten insulation to the underbelly, additional insulation to the roof. But what's neat is Whitehawks always have insulated slide outs. That's one of the nice things on these. They always have a well insulated slide system, whether you add the glacier package or not. And again, the one that we have in stock may have it, may not. That's why I leave you that link in the video description. I like to point out little detail stuff like this, like if you walk to the slide walls in your Jayco there, yeah, they're all laminated. It's solid. It thumps right back at you. It's a well-constructed product made for long-term use and ownership. They have that wide stance stability axle system on these, which does a fantastic job. I've noticed our delivery drivers who bring these things in from the factories have started really talking about that a lot this year. I say, man, those ones with the spread axles, they track behind my vehicle a lot nicer. Little detail stuff like the fact that they have a second entry door here, where some versions of this floor plan from other brands may not. Outside TV hookups, and the outside TV hookup on this is pretty much the same as last year, but something they did is they put a matching TV mount in the bedroom inside. So if you do choose to add a second TV to this, then, you know, one TV can serve multiple purposes, which is pretty darn cool. And there's that wide stance axle system. You can easily see right there how spread out that is. The logic is this: put your feet together. Now let somebody push you. You're going to fall and have to correct yourself. Now, put those feet farther apart, about 9-10 inches like that. Somebody pushes you and you can now distribute weight. Same general concept here, and it does work well. 18 gallon per hour water heater, by the way, which is nice. You can run the gas and electric side simultaneously. And little things like I mentioned, the extra aluminum construction, the plywood, the suspension, which takes a lot of the rough bumping and jumping off the coach chassis here. It's why this, some of those things are reasons. It's a bunch of little things that add up to the double length warranty here. I also like the change over to the friction door. A lot of brands have done that, and I really like that. Stepping inside, this is a wider entry door, by the way, too. This specific trailer, which again may not be the one we have in stock, it has the shadow decor, which are the darker leatherettes with those light, bright colors. We went ahead and left the standard dinette in this one. Sometimes we'll outfit this floor plan with a freestanding dinette. So again, furniture can vary. Now, over here in that, remember, insulated slide out, we've got a hide-a-bed sleeper sofa. So this is absolutely a couple's coach. It's a mom and dad or it's a grandpa-grandma kind of coach. And, you know, this gives you a place to sleep a guest or a grandkid or something like that, or two, because you can sleep 2 adults on there comfortably, legitimately sleep 2 adults on there. Now along the rear wall here, I want to point out several things. These are full-on lie back, take a snooze in the middle of the day recliners, which is great. But also notice that all windows open for ventilation, including what I call the toothpick windows right here. You've got fantastic visibility, airflow, all kinds of good stuff going on in here. I like the big stand in the middle too. That's actually, I believe, where you might have a power cord little housing on the outside, but it works out to be just a nice stand in here. That's one of the nice things I like. They're very good at the Jayco lightweights about not making awkward wasted space. Other thing that makes this thing feel so nice is not just the big windows, but that vaulted roof. It does have a 6-inch barreled roof in here to give you that nice big open feel. Very common in the lightweight laminated world to have a roof like this, but no one goes quite to the extent of Jayco's truss and roof decking system. There's other roofs that are fine. It's just that these are above and beyond. You know, there's good, there's better, and then there's exceptional, and that's what we're looking at here. And as funny as this is, I like to point this out to people because you've got at least one more drawer here than pretty much anybody else builds. And I've got some really bad backlighting from the sun behind me, so I'm apologizing for that. But we've got 4 full extension drawers here that are plywood constructed. They're not particle board with a sticker wrap. In case you were wondering, that's not extra scrap parts. That's part of the solar prep situation that you have going on with this camper. The countertop here, because you have these big drawers, they had to extend the countertop a little. Well, there's nothing wrong with a big countertop. Now we just have extra prep space. And again, same hardware as the J-Flight cousin, sister, brother, whatever you want to call it, uncle's, cousin's, mother, I don't know. You also have the same larger refrigerator and freezer. Ultralites do not usually have an 8 cubic foot fridge and freezer. White Hawk has it standard. So where other brands don't, White Hawk does, which is nice. So you've got a 5th wheel fridge and freezer in this little ultralight trailer. TV will be included. We simply, we usually have to pull these out when they come in. We keep these things stored in catalogs so that you're the first people to touch them when you take them home. I do like to point out, you see that little shoe garage back behind that compartment door right there. Perfect place to keep just your, you know, your sandals and your flip-flops and all that stuff out of the way. Now, if you go with the traditional dinette like we're looking at here, instead of the freestanding table, you get these nice little totes that store under both sides of the dinette bench. It's so easy for storage purposes. It lets you get to the storage that's under here without having to tell everyone, all right, get up, you know, grab your drink, grab your cereal, get away from the table, I got to tear this thing apart. Or if you got a grandkid sleeping right here, which that's the other nice thing with the dinette, you're going to pick up some extra sleeping capacity. Now it's just simple and easier. Moving on, one of the things I like about this is this was modeled initially after the J-Flight 27 RLS. The J-Flight has since updated to the 28 RLS, and it is a little bit bigger, but this has the same very effective middle walk-through bathroom right here. We've got like an Eagle-sized shower, like you'd find in an Eagle 5th wheel with that skylight. And between the skylight and the vaulted ceiling, it's very tall person friendly, which is nice. Pretty minimal here, but what more do you need? This is a utility space. What they did do an excellent job of, however, is a wicked awesome linen closet. You know, I can't pretend, I'm not going to try to insult somebody to fire off like a Northeast accent on that thing, but that is a wicked awesome linen closet. Because you notice this thing's about a foot deep. You can actually leave folded towels in here. You don't have to roll the towels and put them in a pretend linen cabinet. Porcelain foot flush stool too, which is nice because you get to keep your nose away from your business, so to speak. Porcelain is nice too because you can actually scrub it. A plastic stool you can't use like rough abrasives and stuff. You can do that here. They share a very common bedding situation here with the J-Flights. They've got some very nice linens going on, and you have the Simmons Beauty Sleep mattress, and this is an easy walk-around queen. Now, you know, your eyes aren't deceiving you. It actually is off-center slightly, and the reason they do that is, remember that under here, it is prepped and capable of handling a little mini fridge, so they did shove it over just a bit, but there's still plenty of walk-around space. It's not like you got to climb into a corner bed that aren't any fun. Nice power outlets on both sides of the bed, and I do like the USB stands there, or plugs rather. And remember, you can throw a TV up in here, and this is your indoor-outdoor TV mount. It dismounts easily. Once you have it on here, though, it's not going anywhere. This thing is solid, my friend. That's not going to fall, not a worry. So, give us a call. Hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing. If you're looking for a lightweight couples coach with a lot of nice space in the living room, this is a good option. If you don't quite need the ultralight price tag, give us a call and we'll take a look at the J-Flight non-lightweight counterpart for you. If you want something bigger, well, we got those too. We got the Eagle HTs and everything else. We're a large volume Jayco dealer. We put together a lot of deals, and all we need is the opportunity. I don't care where you live. Give us a chance and we'll get you camping. It's just that simple. So 800-256-5196. HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.